guys, it's Matt with Tips for Truckers over here, and Shelby and I are going to tell you in this video what tools you need to keep on the truck. Now, a lot of these are going to be repeats from a video, link in the description, I did a couple weeks ago about things that you need to keep spares of in your truck. Okay, let's get started. First of all, probably number one thing is jumper cables. Now, if you notice, these jumper cables are kind of small. These are the ones I keep in my tool bag. Like I said, they're small, so I keep them in my tool bag. And I'll take them, put them on pickup, because I take this tool bag with me in the pickup and the Cobra. So I have a set of jumper cables, because you don't need a real good set of jumper cables for your pickup. But what I also have in here is I have another set of jumper cables. See, these are about 8 gauge. They're not that big. They are copper clad. You want copper clad on the clamps. But what you want is you want a nice 25-foot set of jumper cables that are at least 4 gauge, if not 2 gauge if you can. Now, the reason behind that, these will probably take about 30 minutes to jump your truck. 20 to 30 minutes. You get a 4 gauge set, which is really nice with good clamps on it. You know, bigger clamps than these. And it'll half your time. But also, there's nothing wrong with putting 2 sets of jumper cables if you put them on correctly. You can put 2 sets of jumper cables and get that thing jumped really fast. Now, if you guys got a reefer with an APU, turn that or reefer with a diesel powered reefer unit, not one of those generator ones. What you can do is you flip that on constant, and you'll have 25 foot. Will give you enough room to reach from the APU battery to your main batteries. You'll be able to jump your truck off the reefer. Now, I wouldn't recommend personally starting your truck while the reefer's running. I'll disconnect the batteries once they get all charged up and everything. But I'm just saying that as a liability. You don't want to blow out your reefer system. Number 2, just getting straight into the tools here. First, you want a real nice set of wrenches. Now, these go up to 1.5 inches. Yeah, these are probably about 10, 12 years old or so. So the bag is all mixed up. So I just got the little bands around those, but I keep my smaller wrenches in a pouch here. You know, and your real small wrenches, your standard sizes like 3/8 to 9/16 or 5/8, you want ratchet wrenches. They come in handy. And those standard sizes, you actually want doubles, because a lot of times you'll need to work against each other, like if you're installing a CB antenna or something. Next bag. Well, I like to keep my tools real organized, so I got a bunch of these little bags, put them inside a big bag, kind of like that SpongeBob episode. But anyway, vice grips. We need a good set of vice grips, and you're going to want some big ones. And I recommend Irwin. They're the original makers they make actual vice grips, and they're a lot more heavy duty. You can get these a lot tighter than the cheap ones, but hey, whatever you can afford. And you're also going to need some wire strippers. You could just have a basic set, or you could have a real nice one. This one's got crimpers on one end too, which definitely come in handy. Needle nose pliers, and just a regular set of pliers. And these wire cutters, these dikes don't hurt either. So make sure you have at least a couple different sets of pliers. Definitely got to have vice grips. Those are always come in handy for me. Now, next, probably most important thing is you have your standard set of ratchets and sockets. I got 3/8, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch. I would definitely recommend having an impact socket. So this way, if you got to work at an angle, this will actually kind of twist your sockets at an angle if you're in a tight spot. But I got deep well sockets in one bag and shallows in another bag. And like I said, if you get your basic 3/8 set, you're going to get all the sizes you need. So I got quite a bit. You could just get your basic set of 3/8 ratchets and sockets. Now what do we have here? Just a Phillips and a flathead screwdriver is bare minimum. I like, if you have a Freightliner, get a, what is it, number 6 I believe, Torx driver. You're gonna thank me later, because all the interior things and all the lights in a Freightliner are all that standard Torx bit set. Like I said, I got 1/8 inch sockets. I got big 1/2 inch sockets and this big 1/2 inch ratchet. This one's nice because it's extendable. Not necessary, but it has definitely come in handy over the years. If you're a flatbedder, this is an absolute must. You need a measuring tape. I keep 3 with me, 1 main one and 2 spares. So you need to measure if your load is over height, over length, you know, how much is hanging off each side and everything. So yeah. Oh, another thing that comes in handy is an umbrella. I got so much stuff in my tool bag. I'm not going to go over everything, but these are just the basic tools in this video. Safety wire will also come in handy a lot, trust me. And you got your basic things. You got a winch bar if you're a flatbedder. But another thing you also definitely need is a 5th wheel puller. Now, this will get you out of a lot of jams, not just for pulling your 5th wheel, but if you got a airline that's stuck, you could yank it and it'll get that, or glad hand rather, it'll get that off the flatbed, and you could shove your strap underneath different things. So 5th wheel puller is a must. And I know you're thinking, well Matt, you know, I could just pull that pin out. Well, a lot of times you'll be at, if you have pressure on your kingpin, or if you're on a hill or something, a lot of times that pin doesn't want to pull out, and it's a lot easier with a 5th wheel puller. Chains always come in handy. But also another thing you need is you need a snatch block. This is what's called a snatch block. It goes in the hole in your front bumper. You put the pin in here, and it locks it into the frame. And you need this if you're ever going to get towed out of somewhere, or if you need to. You need a hammer that'll pull nails out of the floor of your dry van, nails out of the floor of your flatbed, or if you need to hammer some nails and some dunnage to nail down to the deck of your flatbed. But another thing you need is a sledgehammer. If you need to get your drum brakes unseized, you know, you just need a sledgehammer, trust me. As my friend Rich always says, nothing can't be fixed on a trailer without the right size hammer. That's not true, by the way, but it's a fun joke to say. Let's see, what else do we have? Like I said, I have my real big jumper cables. Another set. And I'm trying to think if I have any other tools in here. I don't think I do. And like I said, this is just your basic tools that everyone needs on a truck. You guys be safe out there. Don't do your pre-trip. If you got to change a light, do your best to change it yourself. And if you have these tools, you probably can. It's Matt with Tips for Truckers. Have a great day.